We're in Gabon on the west coast of Central Africa at the invitation of its government. They are flying us deep into the jungle. The aim, to help us understand more about one of the most forested nations on the planet.
From above the canopy, you get a real sense of the sheer scale of this forest, stretching for hundreds of miles in every direction and covering nearly 90% of Gabon. It's part of the Congo Basin rainforest, which is such an important ecosystem. It's known as the lungs of Africa.
Gabon has been able to afford to leave this jungle alone because it's an oil-rich nation. But prices are plummeting, production dwindling, and so that's about to change.
You have to read the trees. This is the Akumi tree, which is the...
Lee White is the country's British-born Environment Minister.
60% of our economy is going to disappear in the next 20 years as oil revenues disappear. We have to replace those revenues with something else.
That something else is the forest. Gabon wants the international community to pay it for careful conservation or risk deforestation for logging and agriculture.
I think it would be very difficult to maintain forests long-term without a real partnership between developed and developing countries, and without a business model, an economic model that makes rainforests valuable for the people that live in them.
Firstly, we are looking for a forest elephant. Here we have two species of elephants. We have a savanna and the forest elephant.
Degrading the forest would put one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet at risk. In Lope National Park, we see just some of the wildlife that lives here. A family of chimps crossing the savannah. And later, forest elephants. More than 50,000 of them live in Gabon, 60% of the world's population. But even here, climate change is having an impact. Warmer temperatures reducing fruit growth on trees, pushing the elephants into villages.
That is the big problem in Gabon. Every day there are in the plantation to eat the plants, like cassava, everything which the women plant.
That night, evidence on our doorstep of the problem. A group of 12 foraging near our lodge. As climate change intensifies, so does the fragility and importance of this ecosystem. Gabon is one of the few countries on Earth that absorbs more carbon than it emits. It's why this whole region is crucial to the battle against climate change, and why what happens here will matter far beyond national borders. This is the strength of Gabon's negotiating position at the COP26 UN Climate Summit later this year. Tongi Gahuma Bakali is the man making the argument for a new carbon market that rewards conservation.
Because of the need to become emergent countries, all tropical countries in the world lose their forest. It's a fact. Our forests still stand. The trees are still stand. So now, help us to not become like other tropical countries.
Gabon is at a crossroads, trying to make an environmental asset profitable without destroying it, a model for the future, but only if the rest of the world agrees. Hannah Thomas-Peter, Sky News in Gabon.